So I'm back with Voltaire. Thank you for joining Movie Madness Entertainment. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification for all the news and entertainment. We like to cover it. We're filming this now. It's just the beginning of April 2nd. April 1st was yesterday. I was also, besides Warner Brothers' lackluster presentation at CinemaCon, I was also underwhelmed by April Fool's Day. There wasn't a lot of great April Fool's Day stuff. No, did you see anything really fun?
You know what? I actually don't care for it because I can't stand the stuff on Twitter with the fake news and all that. I mean,
yeah, but it was like people really trying. Things weren't really organic this time. And then also we got horrible news too, which I think they released this officially at midnight. I think they didn't want to tell people until at midnight because they didn't want people to, unfortunately, it's cool to do April Fools, but never do one that someone's passed and they haven't. That's some bullshit.
Right.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we lost Val Kilmer yesterday. I think we did lose him on April 1st, but the official news didn't come out, and I was like, oh no, someone's playing an a-hole April Fool's joke. No, unfortunately, Val has passed. So thoughts to him and his family. And on this channel, we like to celebrate the history of these great entertainers and go celebrate their work.
Their catalog,
yeah. Voltaire said, "Go see Heat. Go see Heat." It definitely, because the other thing that happens is sometimes these sequels or remakes happen, and then the original cast member dies right when they're in production. They literally just announced that they finished the Heat 2 script, and then you see Austin Butler on the shooting range getting ready to film the Heat prequel. But there's also Tombstone, Doors, Batman Forever. Oh yeah, Top Gun. Yeah. So, but here's the other thing that I thought this was an April Fool's prank, because of where Quentin Tarantino is. But they're saying this isn't an April Fool's joke. Brad Pitt to reunite with David Fincher for Once Upon a Time Hollywood sequel with Leonardo DiCaprio and talk. I was shocked that this. I thought this was a joke.
This sounds like a joke.
It says it's no joke. It still says April 1st though. So you think this is a joke?
So someone's going to make so Fincher's going to make a sequel to a Tarantino film.
I don't know. It says it's not a joke. I mean, before we go further in the article, because I think the article is going to reveal this as a joke or not. Yes, people have done April Fool's joke by saying this is no April Fool's joke. Okay, so you think that right away raises red flags to David Fincher doing a sequel for Quentin Tarantino?
Right away, anyone doing a sequel to a Tarantino film other than Tarantino.
Okay, himself. With that said, you immediately are skeptical. Would you want to see it though? If Fincher was doing a sequel and Brad Pitt and Leonardo are coming back.
So some people didn't like that movie. I like that movie, and specifically the interplay between these two characters was terrific, and both of them were good. So heck yes, I would watch the heck out of it.
Well, it looks like it might happen. I don't know. Okay, so I guess I should start eating my hat. The Once Upon a Time in Hollywood sequel is very real, as the other trades have confirmed that the project is indeed in the works. THR states that it's not quite a sequel, but rather a derivative that takes inspiration. That doesn't sound.
That's not a sequel at all. Then, if it's a derivative,
okay, that takes inspiration from the first movie. Brad Pitt is said to be very interested in his character's part in Quentin Tarantino's scrap script for what would have been his 10th and final movie. The actor asked Tarantino if he would let someone else take the helm of the project, and the director responded that it would depend on whom he had in mind. Enter David Fincher. David Fincher and Brad Pitt have a good relationship, right?
Okay, so hold on. Now, I didn't know this. So it's a Tarantino script, and
that would have been
to do it.
Apparently he's gone back and forth on what movie he wants to do for his 10th. So he had a script, and then enter Brad Pitt that says, well, will you let someone else do it? That's interesting. If this is accurate, that's pretty cool.
And now I'm starting to think now it's sounding a little more realistic.
I'm blown away. This could be very interesting. Okay. We know what day it is, but this one is too weird not to share. According to Playlist, Brad Pitt is set to reprise the role of Cliff Booth for a sequel to Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which David Fincher will direct. Not only that, but Jeff Snyder has added that Leonardo DiCaprio is also in talks to appear. Again, we will all know what day it is. There have been recent rumblings that there. Now, I have heard rumors before that something else that Tarantino was considering when he's not directing is franchising some of his projects for streamers.
Oh, that would be great.
So I had heard in this particular one was they were going to do one on Leonardo's character that he plays like Steve McQueen type character, or something. So I think that that's also where this comes from too. Okay. It specifically mentioned the project will be a sequel to a movie Fincher didn't direct. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood certainly fit the bill. The project reportedly evolved from Tarantino's The Movie Critic. Oh, it did come from that one. Although Tarantino scrapped the project, he didn't want the further adventures of Cliff Booth to go unmade and approached Fincher about tackling it. Netflix put together the deal, which is set to start shooting in California this July on a budget of $200 million. This is all I'm not going to read the rest of this. Should DiCaprio sign on, Snyder said it would likely be for a small role and not a co-starring role, so a sequel to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, directed by David Fincher, from a script by Quentin Tarantino, starring Brad Pitt, and possibly Leonardo DiCaprio for Netflix. What timeline are we in? Okay, that's really cool.
I hope this is true. Well, so it sounds like it's more of a Brad Pitt film. It's not really.
The only thing I didn't like about that project is the way they portrayed Bruce Lee. I know they take liberties with, it's fiction too. It's based on stuff, but they take a lot of, especially Tarantino takes a lot of liberties. I don't like the way they portrayed him so comical and like a jackass, Bruce Lee, in the film.
It was a fantastic sequence in the film. I love Bruce Lee, but I thought it was a terrific sequence in the film. And I don't know. I know people didn't like it, and his family members didn't like it, but I thought it was terrific.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this is actually good news. This better not be a joke now, because now my hopes are up. I want to see it. I actually want to revisit that movie too. There's a lot of great actors, and there's young actors and actresses that are now very popular in like these horror movies that Quentin Tarantino used in his projects first. So it'd be interesting to revisit that, including that Madsen that just won some type of award for Honora. I think she was in there. I think Sydney Sweeney, Madsen, and someone else was all in this movie from what I saw on X.
Oh, that was the brunette with Brad Pitt that he picks up the hitchhiker. Is that the girl?
I think so. I think so. There's like 3 actresses that are extremely popular right now that were all in this movie.
I didn't even know.
I didn't even know she was in it either. That's why I was like, it'd be interesting to revisit that movie. I do want to watch it. I want to go back to Quentin Tarantino movies. I've always appreciated him, but I've never really, given it time of day or I've reviewed it. Like, I want to get my review head on in mind and really watch these movies and then review them.
So I will say the Hateful Eight, watch the extended version on Netflix that's cut into 4 different shorter films. It's much better than the theatrical release. It's a wonderful project that way when it's done like a little mini series.
All right, cool. I'll check it out. So thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos with me and Voltaire, let us. I don't know. He's a busy man. I don't know if I could get him for a pre-recorded of it again, but let us know if you like this format, and we'll be back for the mic drop. And get your voicemails in. I still have to pay CJH. CJH1, I'm still going to pay him.
Tariffs are making it hard for you to make that transfer.
It's hard to get through to Canada. Tariffs. Okay, so there's the hotline number, and we'll see you in another video soon. Have a good one.
Good night.